They knew the job. They knew how to do it, and they did it. And the training, and it just, I don't know, it's an amazing story. And I'm lucky to be here.
Came by the firehouse and got to the light down here. My father went into a cardiac arrest, so I spun around. We flew into the firehouse right here. Yelled at the police officer to give me a hand. My dad was having a heart attack. So while he came out and grabbed my dad out of the back of the car, I came to the firehouse, which is right here, and I banged on all the doors, got the firemen to come out, and probably within about a minute they were doing CPR and helping my dad out. So between the police officer and the firemen, probably had about 4 guys working on him within a minute or so.
And if you'd been up on the expressway, what do you think the outcome would have been?
Dad probably wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't be here today. The expressway was bumper to bumper. It was about 5 o'clock.
We heard a knock on the door, and we opened the door. We saw a car out on the apron, and Mr. Roebuck's son came in screaming, "My dad's having a heart attack." So we immediately just went into action. We ran outside. We saw Mr. Roebuck down, and we started working on him. I felt for a pulse. There was no pulse at all, and there was no respiration. I started doing compression. Lieutenant Facelli immediately hooked up the oxygen and started pumping oxygen into Mr. Roebuck. Ed Nardone got the defib all ready to go and put the pads on him. Luckily, Officer Barry DeFranco was here and was able to get him Mr. Roebuck out of the car. And all working together, we just started working on him and doing the compressions. When we tried to test him with a defibrillator to shock him, the defibrillator didn't recognize any pulse and just said continue CPR, which we did. After 3 minutes of CPR, the defibrillator then said, shock advised, began to read some type of pulse. So we shocked him, and when we shocked him, Mr. Roebuck's eyes began to flutter a little bit, and his arm began to twitch, and we knew we had some life there. And we continued to work, and we continued to give him CPR, do compressions, rescue breathing, and at that point the ambulance showed up and they went into advanced life support. And thanks to all that, Mr. Roebuck is here today, and it's a great sight to be able to see someone that you helped save. It's a great feeling to see him, to actually shake his hand and know that you had a part of keeping a family happy and together.
When you think about it, how do you feel about it? The thing that it's incredibly lucky, or?
Yeah, no question about that. And then to meet these fellows, amazing. They are just unbelievable.
It's a nice feeling. It gives the firefighters a real sense of appreciation. We appreciate them coming by to visit us. It was a positive outcome.
Did you think he was going to make it?
No, I didn't.
I was thinking I was probably going to lose my father because he had a heart attack about 12 years ago and had triple bypass, and he was lucky at that time. Figured second time around it wasn't looking too good, but I guess one of the key factors is how fast people get CPR when they have heart attacks. And they say every minute that goes by is a 10% chance they won't make it. But we had CPR within a minute.
This is Sue Scheible, staff reporter for the Patriot Ledger and Gatehouse Media in New England. For more coverage, see the Good Age column in today's newspaper or go to patriotledger.com.
The minute you throw this out, a beagle's going to come by.